She was living in his backyard. Joey was in his backyard when he saw something disturbing in the trees. See if you can spot it.
Look, dude, she couldn't find her way over there, so now she's over here. She's back in here trying to find a way into my property. Do you see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how scary is that? Oh my god, dude. What the She's crawling through all this, bro.
It's kind of hard to see, but if you pay attention right here, you can see what looks to be an old lady just staring at him. And once she's spotted, she quickly hides out of sight. A couple days later, he manages to take this picture of a hand in the trees, which he assumes belongs to her. At this point, he's convinced there's an old lady who's clearly been in the woods for a long time, living in his backyard. So is that really the case, or is he just seeing things?
This clip from Truett Marshall, honestly, I think might be the best on the internet. I'm just going to let it play. I love this. This young deer just thinks he's going to give him a little headbutt. See if he can push him around a little bit. And then they start playing.
Hey, ow! Hey, where the does at? Huh? Where the, ow! You little horns hurt. Easy, young buck.
Wholesome video. Go check this guy's TikTok out. This next photo comes from a viewer who said their trail cam picked up something they still can't explain. They run a line of cameras along a steep section of woods behind their property. Nothing fancy. Just basic motion trigger units they've used for years to watch deer traffic. But last fall, camera 3 caught something strange at 2:17 a.m. The shot you're looking at is from that clip. The camera's infrared flash lit up the slope and something stepped into frame from the left side. Not an animal dropping low to the ground or a bear on its hind legs. This thing walked the ridge the way a person would, but with arms that swung low, almost brushing the pine needles. The property owner said that hillside is brutal. Loose dirt, fallen branches, sharp incline. He says honestly that most wildlife avoids it. They really don't catch much on this camera. But whatever this was, it didn't struggle. It moved like it knew the terrain better than anything else out there. The body seemingly covered in hair, the long limbs, the ears are all freaking strange. But to me, it almost looks like it notices when the motion trigger light goes off. Like, oh. Frankly, they don't know what this could be. There's nothing back there. No house, no trails, no roads. It's just forest. But here's the detail that bothered them most. About a half an hour before this frame, the camera continuously logged movement, but didn't capture anything. It's just tons and tons of empty forest footage. Now, personally, I don't know what this is. I'm appreciative that someone sent it in, but I need some help with this one. I do know that this submitter and the submitter's family will not go back to check that camera at night. On June 27th, a TikTok was uploaded by Brody_22, whose posts are usually about mountain biking and hitting different trails with his buddies. But this time, while out riding with the group, he crossed paths with a stranger he'd never seen before. And let me tell you, the situation escalates quickly. Because they were on a narrow bridge over a river, there was no easy way to move past this guy or even avoid this confrontation. Viewers were split on what the boys should have done.
Holy shit, that's pretty. That's so sick. Oh, dude. Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it, man. I mean, like, if you're making fences, like, might as well make them nice. Nice fences are nice. And you guys have got the spot. I like it. I like it, guys. It's good. Really good. I mean, I've never seen that before. Who's the bitch? Which one? Which one is the
Bro, no. No. Whoa, what the hell?
Who's the
What the hell?
Who? You're the You!
No, yo, dude, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do, man?
Who's the bitch?
What do we do?
Hey, hey! You said bitch!
No, we
You-
didn't.
You're good?
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say
You're
anything. Dude, I
Are
didn't
you
say
sure
anything.
you're good?
I'm sure I'm good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything, man.
And your bike is here!
I know.
As he rode off, Brody and his friends initially thought the confrontation was over. But right as they start processing what had just happened, the man turns around and flies back toward them, even more psychotic than when he left.
What?
We're not talking.
Your bike? That bike?
No.
That bike in the river? Hey, you wanna try?
Dude, get the f away from me! You fucking bitch! Dude, we don't want to cause problems. No, dude, please.
You just
please
said
stop.
it again, man!
Because you're hitting me, please. Buddy, stop. We don't want to fight. We're scared. Come here.
Run in
Buddy,
the nuts!
please stop. Please.
You do
We
that
don't- we-
again! You go in the river!
Okay, I'm sorry.
You
I'm sorry.
hear me?
We're sorry.
Do you
I'm
hear
sorry.
me?
I hear you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's two bikes there. He could be in the river.
Okay, we're sorry.
I'm a bitch, but I won't do it because you're young as fuck.
We're sorry.
I'm 48.
I'm really sorry, man.
You want to do it again?
No, we're sorry. We'll leave. We're sorry, man. We're sorry. I'm really
I mean,
sorry.
you might need a break.
We'll take a break. We'll just chill here. We'll just chill, man. Okay?
Hey, you know there's a cougar around here. The cougar is chasing people.
Okay.
I don't know that cougar, but watch yourself, boys.
Okay. We'll be careful.
Watch yourself, boys.
We'll be careful.
You want to punch again?
No.
You want to kick? Show me your skill. You
No.
want to go in the river with me?
Man, I'm really
Hey,
sorry.
you want to go in the river with me? Swim maybe. You want to swim because biking is boring.
We're not trying to cause anything. We'll leave, man. We'll leave.
Hey, you did one fence, two fence. You called me. I don't know. Who called me?
I want to hop in here and say, I want to knock this guy's head off. I want to throw him and his bike off this bridge. I'm not going to say he wouldn't be crazy enough to do this to another man, but there would have been quick consequences. You can tell these boys are scared. He picked up on the fear, and I suspect that's why he was going so hard, but all I can say is he'd be getting his bike out of the water and heading back to the Huffy dealership. Now, the clip cuts off right after that. It appears there weren't any more run-ins, and it's really unclear if this guy just had a temper problem or if any official report was ever made. I mean, considering that they had everything on film, they absolutely had the grounds to protect themselves if things had gotten any crazier. But I guess we should just be thankful that no one walked away hurt. But honestly, what would you do here? Because this type of behavior, man, it just drives me nuts. He's a little bully. This next clip is known online as the Russian woodpecker video. And once you hear why, you'll understand just how terrifying the situation really was. On May 30th, 2023, a young woman in Saratov, Russia was jolted awake around 4 a.m. by a loud banging on her apartment window. Half asleep, she pulled the curtain back and froze. There was a man outside her window. A stranger? Nope. Unfortunately, it was someone she recognized. What makes this so disturbing is that she doesn't live on the first floor. This man had somehow climbed up to her window in the middle of the night, and he wasn't leaving. A neighbor managed to capture footage from outside the building, revealing just how high up he was and how desperate he had become. According to reports, the man had become obsessed with the woman, and on this particular night, he was on bath salts, spiraling into a drug-induced psychosis. Witnesses later said he was foaming at the mouth, and at one point he even fell from the height, only to climb back up and continue banging his head on her window. And that right there, folks, is why this is called the Russian woodpecker video. Most likely AI, but golly, look at that little Bigfoot. I mean, that's pretty daggone good. I mean, you can tell it's too good to be actual footage, but man, wouldn't that be something? Do we have anyone out there that can make a case for this being real? Or are we just putting this in the AI basket for sure? On the morning of December 17, 2021, a 31-year-old woman named Paola Miranda Rosa left her grandma's home in Orlando, Florida. She planned to spend the day exploring one of the state's most scenic natural areas. She got into her silver Toyota Corolla, stopped by an ATM to grab some cash, and then drove 20 minutes north toward what Kia Springs is considered a bit of a hidden treasure. 7,000 acres of thick forest, twisting waterways, and incredibly clear spring water. But beneath that beauty is a labyrinth of underwater cave systems stretching for miles. And the surrounding land is home to black bears, wild hogs, and alligators. When Paola arrived, she gathered her things and appeared to walk straight into the woods. On December 19th, her family officially reported her missing, and 2 days later, her car was located at the park. A huge search effort followed immediately. But despite helicopters, divers, and search teams, there was still no sign of her. Authorities then asked the public to come forward with anything that might help. That's when a group of hikers shared video footage of someone behaving oddly in the woods that day. Here's what they recorded. Paola's family later confirmed the person in the clip was her. They also stated she would never intentionally harm herself or willingly enter water filled with alligators, which raised new questions about what actually occurred. The leading theories included a tragic wildlife encounter or an accidental drowning. But with no physical evidence discovered, some people speculated that another person could have been involved. It doesn't appear that this case garnered much publicity, and that leaves us with the unsettling final images of Paola. I'd love to know more about this if anyone knows. Take a look at this wild scene. A massive boulder crashed straight into a Utah woman's bedroom in the middle of the night while she slept. It's honestly unbelievable that she walked away from it. Picture this, a chunk of rock measuring 12 feet by 9 feet, weighing somewhere around 50 tons. This thing just ripped through a bedroom wall at 3 in the morning. Scott Denhalter's wife, Wanda, was the only one home when it happened.
I felt a wave of guilt at not being there, but the more I processed it, I thought had I been here in bed, she would have died.
She survived by diving onto the side of the bed Scott normally sleeps on. Pure chance, a stroke of luck, and the only reason that space was empty is because Scott happened to be staying at their son's house that night. If he'd been in his usual spot, well, neighbors ran outside after hearing her screaming. Wanda ended up with a cracked sternum, a deep cut, and a broken jaw. The Denhalters had only moved in a month earlier. They liked the shade from the ridge behind their home.
And I said, I'm a little leery of that ridgeline. A boulder could just come crashing down this hill and come through our house.
As for what caused the rock to break loose, no one's sure. Some have mentioned that they've heard running water up there lately. Others point to the cold snap.
I would not live on that side of the street.
I mean, here's the deal. Most of us figure we'll probably pass away peacefully in bed someday, but definitely not like this. A middle-of-the-night jolt doesn't even begin to describe what she lived through. Let's hang out on this topic for one more clip, as this drone footage captures the scene after a massive landslide in northern Italy. This is insane. 2 enormous boulders broke loose and barreled down the mountainside. One rock tore straight through a 300-year-old barn. Literally carved a path of destruction before it finally stopped in the front yard, which is a vineyard. Look at the way they've uprooted this earth. I mean, I don't think we can fully comprehend this. It just demolished that section of the house. And look at this, the second boulder, it was aimed directly at the farmhouse. Somehow, it stopped on this little road right here, like roughly 2 feet from the exterior wall, experts said. I mean, I don't know. I just find this fascinating, scary, nightmarish. It is just unbelievable. This next story comes from Muskrat of Muskrat Outdoors, and what he and his wife Cindy found deep behind their home is starting to freak them out. So they were out checking one of their bear bait stations. They spotted an old trail they somehow had never seen before, in woods that they spend a lot of time in.
Come across something here extremely strange. I'm not really sure what to make of this. We found an old trail here. We walked down the trail, and here hanging in this tree here, right underneath that pole, was what I thought was a barrel that was probably used as a martin box. What it turned out to be is an old milk can, and stranger yet, the lid was on it. I pulled the lid off of it, and look at this. What in the world? Why would anybody... That's a pine marten. It's all been skinned and stretched. This is a coyote. Looks like several coyotes.
What they discovered at the end wasn't an animal or a tree stand or anything you'd really expect, but a rusted milk can hidden among the brush. Inside of it were pelts, several of them, different animals. Right away, this doesn't make any sense to Muskrat. First of all, this is his property. Second of all, a trapper doesn't just walk away from a season's worth of work. Pelts are money.
Okay, this is this is really strange. I don't understand any of this. This old milk can here that was hanging in this tree. It was right here. In fact, there's part of the wire it was hanging on. Just kind of up underneath this tree here. That milk can had a coyote in it, 2 marten that were loose, a fox with a marten that was stuffed inside of the fox. So 3 marten, a fox, a coyote, and 2 badgers. They've been here a long time. They've turned green and moldy, but they're all stretched, fleshed, dried, ready for sale, stuffed into a milk can tied to a tree. In the middle of nowhere. This spot here is probably, I'm guessing 25 miles from the closest town or house. Let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, there's at least $100 worth of furs there, even on a bad year. And why would you go through that much effort and then just leave it there tied to a tree?
You don't hide them in a sealed milk can in the middle of nowhere unless something stopped you. As Muskrat and Sydney packed up to leave, something else caught his eye. Something even stranger. Nearby, someone, or something, had been gathering wood, but the arrangement was bizarre.
Actually, really kind of strange, but I don't know if I believe in the whole Bigfoot tree structure things, but this one is a little weird. Actually, somebody was cutting some of this up for firewood, but it's a very strange stack, the way they've got it all tangled in this tree.
The logs weren't stacked or piled, they were woven through tree branches, threaded in a pattern that didn't make practical sense. It felt like it could be intentional, almost symbolic, like they were marking something, or this was the beginning of a home. They didn't really know. When Muskrat posted the video, the comment section lit up saying that structure is the beginning of a Bigfoot blind. Other people started sharing stories of missing trappers and hunters who'd vanished in remote wilderness areas just like this one. Some were eventually found, their remains scattered by animals. Others were never recovered at all. Honestly, this clip just leaves a lot of questions. How did they not notice the trail? Whose pelts are these? Who or what is building this structure? This kind of stuff takes time. And the bigger question that still hangs in the air is, what really happened to the trapper who left it behind?
Kind of don't feel right just leaving these critters laying in the woods, but they're not good for nothing, and I don't know. What a waste. The marten were skinned with the feet on. That's kind of time consuming, getting those little toe bones out of there. We don't have that many badger in this area. Almost like he got them someplace else.
Uploaded on March 7th of 2022, this video from the Tyler Wood camping channel started off like nothing more than a simple overnight truck camping hangout in rural Iowa. Tyler and his buddy Marvin had picked Yellow Banks Campground for a low-key night out. Tyler was planning to crash in the back of his custom setup, and Marvin settling into a heated tent a few yards away. Their goals were nothing spectacular. Test out some of the new gear they had, cook up some dinner, have a few beers. But the night that was meant to be easygoing ended up shifting fast, turning from a quiet outing into something that felt a lot more like a survival test. One brought on not by anything mysterious, but by the kind of weather that doesn't care what you had planned.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am out here at the beautiful campgrounds known as Yellow Banks. I come here quite a bit actually. I did some few modifications to the truck, as you guys are going to see. Everything's still not complete. I learned on going on each adventure that I'm going to keep adjusting the sleeping quarters that's going to work best for me. So I did do a little bit of modification. Here's kind of the outside view of it. It was storming, raining pretty bad. It said it was going to rain all night, but I don't think it's going to, but hey, bonus if it does. And here we go, we got the back. As you can see, I did add some carpet. I don't think that light setup's going to actually work, so I still might have to find out, try to get some different lights. But I did add carpet to the top. It's not all complete yet, like that corner's not complete, nothing down on the window. But yeah, so I did add the carpet on top and on the bottom. If you guys are curious how I did that, because I got a quote, it was like $900 to add carpet to the topper and to the bed of the truck, and I did it for 40 bucks. He's gonna have his little setup over here, and I'll be sleeping out the back of my truck. Tonight's meal, we're gonna make SOS, or I don't know if this is the correct term, but my grandma would always call it shit on a shingle. So we're gonna make shit on a shingle, SOS, chip beef, some people call it. We're gonna make that tonight, and then in the morning we're gonna make some scrambled eggs and bacon burritos. And of course, all that wouldn't be complete without some of the Fowler's Makery Mischief spicy chipotle sauce. And we do have that bottle, that $700 bottle of the Macallan 18. It's a 18-year-old Scotch whiskey. We're gonna go ahead and bust that out because I forgot, as part of the last video where I paid off the Jeep, we were gonna celebrate. I didn't even get around to it. So we're gonna be taking a few shots of that tonight.
Right at the start, Tyler walks the viewers through the upgrades he has added to his truck. He's pretty proud of this. He did it himself, he didn't have to pay anyone else. After that, it's time to cook. The idea was to whip up some dinner, But as they prepped everything, the sky started showing signs that something was changing. The clouds thickened, the temperature dropped, their phones vibrated with the first tornado alerts, and then the sirens kicked in.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. Our phones are going off saying that we're in a tornado warning right now. Yes, sir. If you're not from the Midwest, you wouldn't understand, but we love tornadoes. We don't get scared. We don't run away. We go out and we chase them. We show them who's the boss. This is our turf. It's our block, right? So yeah, dome up. Dome up.
It's our hood.
It's our hood, right? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but tornado sirens are going off now. Which is surprising, you know, it's not really surprising this time of year. I mean, the other day it was like 65 degrees out. Day before that was like 20 degrees. So weather fluctuating like that, hot, cold, perfect brewing temps for a tornado. So, but then again, don't listen to me. I'm not no meteorologist or whatever the hell they're called. I'm just a guy who enjoys the outdoors. All right, so most of this video is probably gonna be hard to hear me because we got one of the tornado sirens right over here. It's really loud, so I figured we probably should start making dinner now in case something were to happen. So yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me during this part. This was not planned, by the way, but makes for good content. I mean, kind of put you on the edge of your seat. We're not too worried. We got a couple fields back here, the main road through there. We'll find our way out if we get in center of a situation where we have to leave in a hurry. So everything's kind of still put up on my truck. And so if we do have to hurry up and throw stuff in the back and then take off in case if a tornado does come, we are ready.
Even with the warnings, neither of them panicked. In the Midwest, those sirens pop up often, and most of the time it ends with nothing more than heavy rain. Still, they didn't ignore it. They cooked quicker than planned, kept gear loosely packed so they could move fast if they had to, and obviously kept an ear on the alerts. But then the weather didn't just get worse, it flipped. The wind picked up so sharply that you can see the trees start bending in the footage. Updated weather reports confirm several tornadoes within miles. That bit of information shifted the mood instantly.
All right, we might have to abandon. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, it's coming. Gotta leave the food behind.
South of Highway G24 and R57, very specific location.
Crazy.
Here in Norwalk, that is part of the apparent tornado path. So again, starting to talk about damage in.
Oh man, his shelter's gone.
In Norwalk, several houses. We haven't gotten a sense of what that damage is yet. But one is going to start wondering if we're going to start seeing windows blown out.
Well, we just lost dinner. I was gonna make SOS for you guys, but yeah, this is crazy.
The National Weather Service in Des Moines has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Lucas County.
That's right where we're at right now. We're in Des Moines.
Eastern Decatur County in south central Iowa. Southeastern Clark County in south central Iowa until 6 p.m. At 5:22 p.m., a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Expected hazards included a damaging tornado. Tornadic debris has been confirmed by radar. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation.
That's crazy. Now we gotta try to salvage what's left of camp. Dinner tonight is no longer gonna be SOS. As you guys saw me making it. I mean, yeah, it got a little dark out, but all of a sudden that storm just came out of nowhere. I mean, those winds had to be, I don't even know, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Super crazy. Everything's lost. As you can see, the whole campsite's just gone. We gotta start trying to find out exactly where everything is. There's 3 tornadoes on the ground. I mean, this is wild. There's our dinner sitting right there. We gotta pick up all this trash that we had accumulated on our campground. Storm or no storm, you know, pick up after yourself.
One moment they're joking around, the next they're dealing with chaos. Their campsite basically came apart in seconds. Marvin's hot tent shredded right down the side. Tyler's cooking setup blew across the grounds. Smaller structures around them toppled over. The storm, now packing gusts of over 60 miles per hour, tore through the area like it wasn't even trying. The guys tried to grab what they could, but more alerts came through. A tornado was officially on the ground and heading right toward them. Suddenly, the whole night shifted from, hey, let's gather up this new gear that we're about to lose, to we need to leave right now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta start trying to find everything, so. Alright, love you, be safe.
I too, always.
Bye.
Bye.
Had to give a quick update to the wife, let her know we just kind of survived a tornado. This is wild. Whole campsite's gone, man. I mean, I can replace this, not, you know, the end of the world. I'm not gonna put anyone's safety at first. But siren just going back off again. Like I said, there's three confirmed tornadoes on the ground. And to be honest, as crazy as that was, I still don't want to leave. I want to stay in and hunker it down. This one's for you, Steve. This thing's melted down. I was going to show you guys earlier too. This is the hail that was coming down as well. It was a little bit bigger than this, not by much, maybe like half the size of a golf ball, but yeah, crazy.
They abandoned dinner and the Jameson. They scrambled into the truck and got out as quickly as they could while the wind kept pushing the vehicle.
All right, so he's heading out, not to abandon camping tonight, but yeah, so here's what the tornado did. I think that was already there, that cut. It knocked all these branches up and over, flooded this whole area. We're just on our way to go to Burger King, go get some food since our dinner is out spread all across the woods. And we got, I mean, look at this. Damage everywhere. Oh my gosh, look at that. The whole base of that tree came down from top of that. Yeah. Oh, and it blew the gate and hit his truck too.
Pretty good, man.
Tree landed right on this house.
Oh, look at that house.
Oh, no way.
Look how perfect, look.
Here, let me get this on video. I'll call you back.
Oh my gosh. This whole house is gone, guys. Whole house is gone. Crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go back and show you guys everything that happened, but there's a couple trucks flipped over on the side of the road over there.
And while there's nothing paranormal in this footage, nothing unexplained lurking in the trees, it's a great look at something you almost never see on camera. Two people dealing with a storm that went from minor to dangerous in minutes. It's a good reminder for truck campers, van lifers, and anyone who loves the outdoors that nature doesn't ask permission before it flips the script. Even the calmest campground can become hazardous before you have time to process what's happening. If that tornado had shown up a few minutes earlier, would they have gotten out? Were they unknowingly sitting right in its path? And here's the question I think a lot of viewers are asking themselves. Were Tyler and Marvin a little too cocky? Did they underestimate what was coming? That's the way I'm leaning. Have you ever watched the weather turn on you that fast? Dogs are said to have a sixth sense when it comes to danger, and this next clip might be the perfect example. A man was hiking with his dog in a national forest in Michigan, and luckily for us, the dog was wearing a GoPro. As they're moving through the woods, you can hear someone, or something, let out a sound that doesn't match any known wildlife in the area. And as the dog gets closer to the source, that noise only gets louder, and look at the dog.
I don't know what the hell that is over there. Alright, get away from there.
In the comments, people immediately started throwing out theories. One of the most popular is that this could be an Aztec death whistle. an ancient device designed to mimic the screams of the dying. Oftentimes, you'll see this used to draw people into the woods. The dog's body language tells us all we need to know. It's freaked out. Now, maybe someone was out there just trying to pull a prank, and if so, it was a bold one to attempt in the middle of a remote forest. Either way, the hiker and his dog didn't wait around to find out who or what was behind this sound. A Reddit user posted a photo online that scared the bejesus out of them. The man had set up a basic motion-activated camera to keep an eye on a raccoon that kept getting into this part of their basement. One night, the alert pinged his phone at 1:43 a.m. When he opened the image, he didn't see anything. He knew the lay of the land, that there was a ladder, some bins, but he thought maybe that pesky raccoon had gotten in. Even though he knew it was nothing sinister, his nerves were still heightened. He goes down with the golf club, flips on the light, and sees this. What looks like a face hiding behind this ladder. It startled him. This obvious case of pareidolia scared the crap out of this guy. He had to go over and touch it with his golf club just to make sure it wasn't real. The only other really weird part is that he says that there was no raccoon. He has no idea why the motion-activated camera would have gone off. Just adding another little layer of mystery to this. Yeah, I probably would have cracked that golf club against the side of that ladder. Yeah. This clip is hilarious.
It happened Saturday in Ashland, and according to social media posts by Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter, a raccoon broke into the store the night of Black Friday and ransacked several shelves. They have masks, don't they? The animal became intoxicated, then passed out in the bathroom. The sleeping raccoon was discovered Saturday morning.
Head right near the toilet. We've all been there probably at some point in our lives, right?
A little too much.
An officer brought the masked bandit back to the county animal shelter to recover. So yes, that's a lot of liqueur for a little raccoon there. The raccoon slept it off for a few hours and showed no signs of injury. Bounced back. Officers released the raccoon back into the wild.
And yes, Mr. Raccoon, I believe we all have been there. I absolutely love this clip. I mean, look at the tenacity that this mother bear shows when fighting this monstrous bear. I mean, she is not going to let this guy get near her kids.
Is that the one that fell?
I mean, if this doesn't get you pumped up, are you even alive? Okay, I checked the comments. No mention of AI, but what do we think? I mean, this snake is moving pretty quickly across this bed. I'd like to know where this guy lives that a snake would be in his... Actually, I don't want to know. Thank God for the cat. This next clip shows two cyclists on a quiet Orange County trail until something in the bushes starts watching them back. They were out in Whiting Ranch, a spot locals know can get sketchy fast. It's the same area where a mountain biker was killed by a cougar back in 2004. So when these guys heard movement in the brush, they had a bad feeling that this wasn't going to be good. They stop, look over, and there it is. A healthy mountain lion crouched on the side of this hill. One of them yells, "Go away," but the cat doesn't run. If anything, it looks like it's doing more calculations on how to take them down. Go away! Keeping their bikes between them and the animal, they started backing up the trail. The lion steps out of the bushes and starts following them.
No! Go away, kitty! Go away!
It is concerning because that's what you don't want. Typically, mountain lions don't want anything to do with humans.
Wildlife experts say mountain lions usually avoid people, so when one lingers like this, it's either protecting a kill or testing boundaries, not charging, just matching their pace, closing the distance inch by inch. You can hear the fear in their voices as they try to stay loud and look big, but that kind of calm panic where you know one wrong move could set the thing off.
Hey! No! No!
Based on how this one stalks the trail, it feels like the cat wasn't curious. It was deciding whether they were a threat or a meal. I want to go back and look at something really quickly. Yeah, this cat is up to no good. Look at this thing. Look at this death cocoon on the side of this hill. I mean, this is the perfect ambush spot. Now, let's just say you were walking down this path, dragging your hand along the brush, and boom, next thing you know, you have a mountain lion on your face. I mean, you could not see this thing. Look at this, a death cocoon. I can't think of a better hiding spot. That's the part that makes this most petrifying to me. What do you guys think? I mean, is this such a unique hiding spot? Or, I don't know, am I just overreacting? In 2005, two freight trains collided while carrying propylene gas. Officer Randy happened to be nearby in his cruiser when he heard the impact, an explosive crack that echoed through the area. Moments later, he noticed what looked like fog drifting across the road. But this wasn't weather moving in. It was the gas itself. The cloud rolled toward a nearby home, and the moment it reached it, the entire structure ignited.
Explosion, hobo jungle. Completely engulfed in flames. Phil 90, all right?
Damn, boy.
204 Central, we just had a huge explosion. We've got massive fire out here on Dudley here at the rail yard. All kinds of stuff on fire. Right there. Just lost power down here on the hill. 10-4. 209, you might want to back your unit up.
Get your ass out of my way. Get the hell up out of here.
In Randy's dashcam footage, you can see the tree line in front of him erupt into flames almost instantly. Like, you see the fog kind of roll in, and then boom, the forest went up in seemingly a single breath. You see Officer Randy, I mean, he punches this thing in reverse. Sadly, there was one casualty, the owner of the home that ignited. Yeah, it's pretty crushing to imagine being inside watching that gas fill your house and not being able to get away. So our thoughts and prayers are with his family. This next encounter comes from Red Deer, Canada, and it shows just how fast a calm evening stroll can turn into a life or death situation. In early 2023, a man named David Meredith was walking through his neighborhood when he spotted a bull moose eating near a tree. Wanting a closer look, he stepped behind another tree to watch quietly. Well, guess who noticed him? Mr. Bull Moose. He locked eyes with him, and the moose charged. Most people forget this, or well, I guess perhaps they don't know, but a full-grown male moose can run over 35 miles per hour. And yes, they're gorgeous animals that are not usually aggressive, but if they feel threatened or startled, they will not hesitate to trample someone. Smartly realizing he had no chance of outrunning it, David grabbed a branch and hoisted himself up the nearest tree just as the moose's antlers swept past him.
He just ran me up a tree.
Once he was out of reach, he hit record. For about 30 seconds, the moose just stares at him, head low, breathing heavy. You can hear David struggling to stay calm, knowing that if he slips, he's in a tight spot. Then the moose starts pacing back and forth beneath him, doing short charges at the trunk, spinning around in the snow, a clear sign it's stressed and ready to attack if he comes down. David later told a local news station he stayed up there for over 10 minutes, clinging to a flimsy branch the whole time. And when he demonstrated how he climbed up, the branch he used looked weak enough to snap with one wrong move. I'm surprised it didn't snap in the cold. Eventually, after realizing David wasn't coming down, the moose finally lost interest and trotted off into the woods. David said he waited another full half an hour before climbing down just to be safe. The other thing is, too, is like, this is snow, so it's like trying to outswim a shark in water. I mean, moose are massively advantaged in the snow versus us. I would be praying there was a tree I could climb up. This next encounter happened in the mountains near Fernie, British Columbia, and what started as a peaceful bike ride turned pretty quickly into a predator-prey situation. In the summer of 2014, a man named Chris was biking through the area when he noticed something moving in the tall grass behind him. He wasn't really alarmed, but as he kept his eye on it, he realized that this was a mountain lion, and she was slowly working her way towards him. That's when he hit record.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's a mountain lion. He's crouching in the grass. He's actually coming towards me.
As Chris takes a step closer to the trail, you can see the lion emerging, eyes locked, body low, definitely moving with intention. The internet makes us think that mountain lion sightings are common, but they're actually pretty rare. And what is really rare is to see one stalking a person in broad daylight. About 2 minutes into the footage, the lion starts walking faster, and Chris makes a mistake every expert warns against. This guy turns his back and starts to run.
Hey, Mr. Mountain Lion. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I am much bigger than you.
But the mountain lion cuts him off again, stepping forward just enough to block the path. This is the kind of behavior that usually means the cat is testing boundaries, seeing how you react, kind of deciding what you are.
Stay back. Stay there. I'm not afraid of you.
Fortunately, after a long standoff, the lion finally turns away and disappears into the trees. Chris just waits it out. He knows the only reason he's still standing is because the lion chose not to attack. This next clip comes from a man camping near Sun River, and whatever walked up to his truck at 2:30 in the morning was not supposed to be there.
But a few days ago, I was camping in Sun River, and what I thought would be a good location to pull over to the side of the road in like this forest area and sleep.
Middle of nowhere. No houses, no trailheads, no reason for anyone else to be around. He had a GoPro rolling inside the truck, and that's the only reason we know what happened next. At around 2:30 a.m., pitch black outside, you can hear footsteps circling his truck. Slow, deliberate. The OP whispers that the doors are locked, but you can hear someone tapping on the metal, like they're checking for a way in.
The back door's locked. I can never been scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now.
You don't see a flashlight, no headlamp, no visible light source at all. Meaning whoever was doing this walking around the woods was doing it in total darkness.
He's walking around. I don't get it. He's literally walking. He's literally walking by my truck.
By morning, the threat becomes clearer. Handprints smeared across the windows, finger streaks dragged along the paint. Someone had tried to look inside the truck over and over again.
He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home.
Leaning in close enough to leave an impression on the glass. And he's not exaggerating. You can see full palm prints, smudges, and the long drag mark that goes from one side of the truck bed to the other.
Handprints there.
Whoever was out there never said a word and completely disappeared after tapping and scratching at the vehicle. Now, some people think this was just a drifter. Others say it could have been someone living off the grid, but the part that sticks out to me, there was no flashlight, no talking, just footsteps and tapping, like the person knew exactly where they were going, but in absolute darkness. I mean, so what do you make of this? A lost camper? Someone stalking the truck on purpose in the middle of the woods at 2:30 a.m.?
Dragging his finger on my side of my truck, trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around.
The more I think about it, the scarier this becomes. This next photo out of the Tennessee woods has people arguing over one thing. What exactly is this black bear looking at? The picture was actually taken by a wedding photographer who was out in the Gatlinburg woods capturing shots of the wedding party. In the middle of framing a scenic background, she notices a black bear climbing a tree. But it wasn't the bear that startled her. It was what the bear was looking at. She snapped the picture and thought nothing of it. After she was finished with the wedding party, she went back to categorize the photos, and that's when she notices. The tree-climbing bear is completely locked onto something massive standing nearby. At first, the figure looks kinda sloppy, like you can't make it out entirely, but once you zoom in, you see that object is actually in the foreground. The creature itself is behind it, and that's when the shape becomes a lot harder to dismiss. The subject has a very simian-style face, heavy brow, defined features, and a human-like nose. Its posture shows almost no neck, just a huge upper chest and rounded shoulders. And compared to the bear, this thing is enormous. It practically dwarfs it. Some people are calling this the Gatlinburg Wedding Day Sasquatch. Others think the bear scrambled up the tree for safety because this thing scared it. I don't know. The more I look at it, the more it looks like a Sasquatch. What do you think this photographer captured during the wedding shoot? This next clip out of Russia, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this, but this is probably one of the most reckless things you could ever do in the wild. And I'm kind of glad the consequences hit almost immediately. So this hunter is out in the woods when he suddenly decides to kick this bear in the back. No warning, no reason, just boots it. The bear circles back almost instantly and charges. The surprised hunter drops his camera, and from that point on, the footage becomes a blur. Somehow, and it still doesn't make sense, the hunter manages to escape. No life-threatening injuries, no missing limbs, just a banged up hand. I'm actually surprised this guy's made it this far in life. You know, if these are some of his best ideas, can you imagine getting home and someone asking about your hand and you're like, yeah, this bear was just in the woods and I saw him and I just decided I was going to kick him. Here's your sign. I definitely dated myself on that. Let me know if you know where that reference is from.
Yeah, that's on my channel, Southern Sasquatch Seeker on YouTube.
Yep, and that's his channel, Southern Sasquatch Seekers. A YouTube channel, go over there, check it out, sub. It doesn't have a ton of content, needs to put more up.
Yeah, well, hard to do when you got just a cell phone when you're here in the middle of boondocks with no internet.
But yeah, go show him some support. Check out the stuff that he's got over there. And he just uploaded the video with the old man following him. So tell everybody the background on that one.
Well, that's I was walking back there, and Christy asked me. She'd been asking me to try and get some video of old man, so I went walking back there with him. And of course, like I do with you, I didn't think about like, oh, I forgot I'm gonna get some. He's behind me now. Let me get some video of this for Christy. And that's why when you watch the video, you hear me say, "Hey, Christy," and that's I sent it to her originally, but I decided to go ahead and put it on YouTube for everybody to watch. Because I just want to, you know, I'm like you are, Duke. I want to prove to everybody that they're not monsters. They're people. You know, you got good ones, you got bad ones. Majority of them are good. As long as you respect them, they respect you. Walking back to the house. Old man is behind me. And I think Tinker's back here with him. Right in them trees back there. Let's see if they'll follow me. There's something. There's something. There's something. There's something. There he is. I see him. He's following me. I don't see Tinker. I see old man. There he is again. Right there. Well, something just went through. What the hell that was? I don't know if the video picked that up. Something just running through the bushes over there. Oop. I seen him again. What? He come out there for a second. He's not gonna come out on his field. He's gonna stay up in that tree. In that tree line. Anyway, you see him. I know you can see him. Anybody else might not can see him. I'll call you here in a second.
An innocent picture of a little boy inside a stack of tires at a playground has become so traumatizing for the 12-year-old that he never wants to go back to the park. Well, that's because if you look closely, the child isn't alone in the tires. Well, for good reason. He isn't alone in the tires. There is an eerie image of what is believed to be the ghost of a girl behind him. 12-year-old Christian was looking through some photos soon after they were taken, but as he looked closer, he saw it was actually the face of a young girl. He showed it to his mom, who was certain she and his 14-year-old brother, also in the pic, edited it, but they swore they didn't. Mom played around with the pic herself to be sure and realized the photo definitely hadn't been altered. She explained to the publication The Mirror that she believes in ghosts, but was definitely a little skeptical. I was like, there must be a reason for this, so I asked them if they'd added the face on Photoshop. They both were adamant that they hadn't. I tried a little bit myself, but honestly, they were so shocked and scared, I knew they hadn't messed around with the photo. And honestly, from the time it was taken to then, there was no time to really edit it. Unable to explain the ghostly face, she shared it on Facebook. She said some of the commenters think it's fake, but many others feel it's real. One believer wrote, "She obviously wants to play with your sons. So sad when the spirit is lost. Bless her. Brilliant. Thanks for sharing." What do you guys think about this? He saw the one of him in the tires and noticed what he thought was a spider web by his head.
Do it.
Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river.
Full of grass.